off down to Kennexstone to start our summer season, looking after all the campers and saving up, ready for all our holidays. Well, no, this year.
This year, next year. Yeah, both.
We're just on holiday permanently. Holiday mad, as your mother says. And that's right, we are. Well, good morning.
Good morning to you all from the UK.
Ugh. We are back. We have kind of de-stressed from our horrendous journey back from Tenerife. And we've travelled many times.
We have, yes.
We've gone through loads of different airports and never ever have we experienced what we experienced at Tenerife Airport. It was chaos. And all I can say to you is always print your documents off, which we usually always do.
We do, yeah.
But what happened is that our vaccination certificates only have an expiry date. What's it called?
They have an expiry date after 30 days.
So unfortunately we couldn't print our vaccination certificate off because we completely forgot that's what happens.
No, our travel locator form.
Yeah, so we had it all on our phone. Big mistake. Next year, if we have to do anything like that, everything will be printed and we will make sure we find something. It just caused chaos. We felt as if we were having to show it every 5 minutes. I had the bum bag round my neck because unfortunately, due to Mark's big beer belly, not only would his travelling trousers that he wore to go there not fit, he had to have them undone on the plane, honestly. I had to have the bum bag round my neck because we couldn't get it round Mark's waist.
It could be adjusted.
It probably wouldn't go round mine. Let's start. Well, the first thing is never book sun transfers. We decided to book them because the original transport company that we booked, Holiday Extras, absolutely fine. We had to change because we decided to extend our stay and stay in Golf del Sur, as you know. Unfortunately, Holiday Extras couldn't pick us up from there.
No.
So we had to use another company, Sun Transfers. So they told us we had to meet them at the Barcello Hotel, which is
in San Blas, which is about a 20-minute walk from the apartment.
So we had
our cases.
We had a faulty travel bag with a handle kept coming out, but we managed to work it okay, didn't we?
Yeah.
We huffed and puffed. It was roasting hot down to this hotel. 4:15. They told us to be there from 4:30. We sat and we waited and we waited.
And we waited.
And 5:10 came. No bus. No bus had pulled in. And no bus had gone past.
No.
We then called them, and apparently the driver said he came, but we weren't there. What a load of rubbish. So we then had to find a taxi. They said they're going to reimburse. Well, that'll probably take about a year, so we might have the money back when we need it again next time.
That's if I find the receipt again.
I know where it is.
Oh, that's all right.
God, honestly, what a palaver. So our stress levels were probably about here. At that particular point.
It was, yeah.
So we got a taxi, and the moral of that story is just book a taxi to go home.
Yeah.
Okay to get there, you're not on any time rush, but oh my God. So poor old Mark was dripping with sweat, and I was ranting, like I usually do when I'm a bit stressed, wasn't I?
You was.
Mark just ignores me. So then we looked at the board, and it told us that our flight wasn't leaving at 8:20, it was then leaving at 8:20.
It was delayed.
So we thought, well, we'll go and grab a Burger King. We were just about to sit down and eat it. And I was chatting to Anthony and Jess from Kennexstone, who were tracking our flight on Flight Tracker. And they then told us that our flight wasn't delayed. So we're sat at the airport, they're at home on Flight Tracker, and they know more about our flight than we do.
Yeah.
With that, we ran to the board, and it said, boarding at gate 37, and in big capital letters it said now.
Now.
So we hadn't even touched the burgers, grabbed it, running along with our luggage, and my trolley bag broke. The handle just came off in my hand and the bag went rolling down the escalator. Where are our stress levels now?
Getting very high.
They were probably about here. We get to the gate, and then we were told by the air hostesses or check-in staff that the plane wasn't there yet. Within 10 minutes of that conversation, we were being loaded into a plane. So
Yeah.
I'm not quite quite sure what was going on.
What was going on?
Oh, and then we had to show our passenger locator forms for the third time.
That wasn't the only thing, though. Apparently, our flight was going to be diverted
To Gatwick.
to Gatwick. We didn't know about this.
We've only just found out. In fact, Jess told us, thank goodness your flight wasn't diverted. And I was thinking, what's she on about? Well, I read on the news that 4 flights were potentially going to be diverted from Tenerife to Bristol because Bristol had very high crosswinds, which was fine. That is not EasyJet's fault. EasyJet, may I add, were absolutely fine. There was no issue with them. But I just read on Wales Online that 3 flights were diverted to Gatwick, and they had no coaches laid on to come back to Bristol, and they were stranded. Now, that's all very well if you haven't spent every single penny of your holiday budget, because that's not cheap, and if you've got cars parked in airports, that's going to cost you an awful lot of money. They said they would reimburse, a bit like Sun Transfers, but I would imagine it will probably take them 6 months to do so.
Probably, yeah.
So, thankfully, that would have been the icing on the cake, really, wouldn't it?
So we were lucky in that instance.
Mind you, it was a bit rock and rolly when we landed.
When we did land, it was all over the place.
Another time, if you're heading off to Tenerife, which I know, Jackie, you're going on Wednesday morning, one of my friends from Allianz, have a fabulous time, but just do be aware of Tenerife Airport because it's manic. Take care, everybody.